Hello, everybody. My name is Gideon Del Rio. I'm currently serving as SAGA president, and our Transgender Day of Remembrance service will start in about 5 minutes. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening. My name is Zambales. I am the Vice President of San Antonio Gender Association. Thank you for joining us today in observance of Transgender Day of Remembrance. To join me with this introduction is Pastor Gavin Rogers.
Thank you, Quanta. Once again, welcome to Travis Park Church's sanctuary. But tonight, it's not Travis Park Sanctuary, but a sanctuary for all people, especially those who are trans and part of the LGBTQ+ community. This service is open to all people, beliefs, and traditions. Tonight, we stand as one. I want to say thank you to the SAGA leadership and all who made this night possible, this year and the years past. We may not be able to be here in person due to the pandemic to help keep safe this sacred community we love. Please know that we are with you here and now, right this very moment. We know this service can be a triggering experience for many, but as much as we can make it so, we want this space and our online space to be a place of refuge, safety, and sanctuary. Right now, we have people on this live stream, both SAGA leadership and Safe Clergy, who are here for you right now. It's okay to cry, to mourn, to be real during this service. It's also okay to express joy and love for one another and for those we have lost, to celebrate their life and let love overcome hate. All emotions are valid. If you need to speak to someone, please message SAGA's page or post a comment, and someone will reach out to hear, listen, and stand with you this very moment. Hear this blessing. For those who have lost their lives due to violence and terror, but have now seen. Beloved child of the universe, you are beautiful, you are whole, you are good, you are sacred, you are loved, you are made in the image of God who is love. So love, make us bold to live our own lives fully and abundantly. Love, give us passion to work for everyone's full abundance, especially those in the trans community. Love, gather us together that no one you have created is not seen, is not allowed to live, and is ever lost to the hurricane of hate again. Amen. Quanta, my good friend, will now lead us in our opening prayer for all. Peace be with you.
Thank you so much. God of creation, source of light, we behold our newness with each new day. We watch how the seasons transition from winter to spring to summer to fall. And then the cycle is renewed. Your creative process of life is ever before us in all its diversity, and human life is no exception. As we observe Transgender Day of Remembrance, we pray with thanksgiving for those whose lives have been cut short by fear, hatred, and violence, because they were perceived to be different, because they had the courage to live their lives with integrity and openness, because they did not conform to someone else's view of how they should live. We remember and give thanks for the seasons of their lives, for the love and friendships they shared, and the ways in which their living has been a gift to us all. Be present to those who are grieving. May your peace rest on us. Be present to those of us who are angry. May the power of your love inspire and embolden us to use our anger to dismantle hate, the fear of difference that incites violence, and send us out into the world with the wisdom and guidance of your Spirit, and with evangelical courage, that we may work in solidarity with one another to build your community of welcome, justice, and peace. Amen.
Thank you, Quantum. Good evening. My name is Gideon Del Rio, and I use he, him pronouns. And I am currently serving as the president of the San Antonio Gender Association. We have gathered here tonight to mourn and celebrate the lives of transgender and gender diverse individuals who have been lost to transphobic violence over the last year. While one life alone is too many, the HRC reports 350 lives lost worldwide, 37 in the United States, and 14 in the state of Texas alone. Texas remains a grim leader in violence against gender diverse people. But you are here tonight to change that. Though we have had to make adjustments to our ceremony for the safety of all involved, we are grateful that we are still able to be present in one another's lives. We have been connected tonight, not just by cameras and streaming videos, but for our mutual love of one another and the recognition of ourselves in our trans siblings. That is why this year, in place of our memorial walk, we're asking our community members and allies to post a photo of lit candles to their social media pages. In doing so, we not only want to light up our pages in loving memory, but create more spaces for our community partner, Save Our Sisters United. Please remember to donate to their cause and share their information on your post. Your contribution will save lives, as finding support within the trans community saved mine. I would like to share a poem expressing my gratitude for what this community has taught me. When I first came to San Antonio, I didn't know what to do with this body that I didn't own, that others claimed, that I thought I could only live to resent. Then I walked alone into the basement of the Metropolitan Community Church and found more trans folk than I knew existed. I left with a family. I heard it called mutilation, destruction, when transitioning is the greatest act of love, self-love, the deepest love there is. This body has been shown in my lifetime. To our trans siblings we have lost, we swear this oath that we will lift up your banner from where it lays and wave it high, because we know that every step we take today is an inch our transgender children of tomorrow will not have to fight, to struggle, so that they will know the love we call family. And to my siblings in the audience with us tonight, I love you. You are here, and we will always be. Thank you. And now we begin our ceremony with the traditional lighting of the Michelle Myers candle, done by Kelly Minars, our SAGA treasurer.
Greetings to everyone. This special memorial candle has been lit for Michelle Myers. Some of you attending may have known Michelle as I did. She was a longtime member and officer of SAGA. She transitioned late in her life and was a tireless fighter for not only transgender rights, but the rights of the whole LGBT community in San Antonio and beyond. She never let age slow her down from trying to make the world a better place. She passed away in 2013, and each year on this night, we light this candle in her honor.
My name is Caroline Collins, and I'm the Director of Music at Travis Park Church. We are honored to be gathered with you today as we celebrate the too short lives of those in the transgender community who have passed from this life in the past year. Those who are brave and bold to live their lives as their authentic selves. We draw our circles wider every time we accept and support people from all communities, and today especially, we stand with the transgender community.
Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide. No one stands alone, we'll stand side by side. Draw the circle wide.
Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide. No one stands alone, we'll stand side by side. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song. No one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song. No one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide.
Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide. No one stands alone, side by side. Draw the circle wide.
Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song. No one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song. No one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song. No one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song. No one stands alone, standing side by side.
Draw the circle wide.
Draw the circle wide.
Beautiful. As we move on to the reading of the names, we must acknowledge that this list is incomplete. We are misgendered in our deaths by law enforcement and even by our families. We are buried in clothes that we could not bear to wear in life. You will see a disproportionate amount of trans feminine faces. You will see a disproportionate amount of faces of color, especially our Black trans feminine sisters. Our communities are judged by how we treat the most vulnerable among us. As you hear their names tonight, you are valuing who they are. You are giving them the dignity of their identities, of their authentic selves. We read to you the names of those lost to the United States.
Good evening. My name is Wanda Jane Gardner, and I'm here tonight to honor these brave individuals. Corbin Ray Bach, age 23, died October 6, 2019, Paducah, Kentucky. Christine Zephyr, age 23, died October 10, 2019, Mankato, Minnesota. Daphne Dorman, age 44, died October 11, 2019, San Francisco, California. Brianna Hill, age 30, died October 14, 2019, Kansas City, Missouri. Nikki Kuhnhausen, 17, died December 7, 2019, Lark Mountain, Oregon. Angel Rose Garcia, age 21, died December 10, 2019, Hyattsville, Maryland. May they all rest in power and never be forgotten.
Alice Carter, known as Baby Alice, age 35, died December 18, 2019. Yahira Nesby, age 33, died December 19, 2019. Mia Penny, age 26, died December 29th of 2019. Dustin Parker, age 25, died January 1st, 2020. Alex McRae, age 22, died January 4th, 2020. Camila Maria Conception, age 28, died February 21st of 2020. And John Scott DeVore, also known as Scotland Kelly DeVore, age 51, died March 12th, 2020.
Monica Diamond died at age 34 on March 18th, 2020. Lexi Ebony Sutton died at age 33 on March 28th, 2020. Lorena Borges died at age 59 on March 30th, 2020. Ashley Moore died at age 26 on April 1st, 2020. Henrietta Robinson died at age 79 on April 3rd, 2020. Joanna Metzger died at an age unknown on April 11th, 2020. Nina Pop died at age 28 on May 3rd, 2020.
Haley J. Reagan, at age 20, died on May 6, 2020. Jane Thompson, at age 33, died on May 9, 2020. Tony McDade, at age 38, died on May 27, 2020. Selena Reyes Hernandez, at age 37, died on May 31, 2020. Name unknown, at ages between 16 and 20, died on June 6, 2020. Dominique Remy Fells, at age 27, died on June 9, 2020. Raya Milton, at age 25, died on June 9, 2020.
Brian Powers, also known as Egypt, died on Saturday, June 13th, 2020. Brayla Stone, at age 17, died on Thursday, June 25th, 2020. Drea McCarty, at age 28, died on Tuesday, June 30th, 2020. Mercy Mack, at age 22, died on Tuesday, June 30th, 2020. Tatiana Hall, at age 22, died on Tuesday, June 30th, 2020. Shaki Peters, at age 32, died on Wednesday, July 1st, 2020. Bree Black, at age 27, died on Friday, July 3rd, 2020.
Summer Taylor, at age 24, died on July 4th, 2020. Angela Martinez Gomez, at age 42, died on July 6, 2020. Marilyn Monroe Cazares, at age 22, died on July 13th, 2020. Tiffany Harris, at age 32, died on July 26, 2020. Carisha Hardy, at age 24, died on July 27th, 2020. AJ Raquel Ryan Spears, at age 32, died on July 28th, 2020. Key Sam, at age 24, died on August 13th, 2020. May they rest in power and their loved ones find justice.
Shelley Lynn Rose, at age 16, died on August 26th. Ellie Che, at age 23, died on August 31st. Isabella Mia Lofton, at age 21, died on September 7th. Gia Valentina Romualdo Rodriguez, at age 46, died on September 15th. Ariane Burnett, at age 37, died on September 19th. Mia Green, at age 29, died on September 28th.
Hello, and thank y'all for being here today for Transgender Day of Remembrance. You know, with everything that has been happening this year, with the passing of Monica Roberts, and also the resurgence of the Black Lives Matter movement, it's been quite a year, emotionally, mentally, societally. There's just so much to unpack. And this is a time of year in which we always remember the lives that have been taken from us way too soon. Unfortunately, every year, a vast majority of these lives are Black transgender women and women of color, but mostly of some African descent. So this year we have, dare I say, a triple whammy of events. We have the deaths that happen year after year in the United States, in Brazil, and a few others spread out throughout the world. Possibly a lot of others. There's only so many lives that we're made aware of. There's people who have been taken away from us through murder and assaults who are not going to be acknowledged for who they were living. Their family might bury them as the gender that they were assigned at birth, and there's nothing that they can do about it. When it comes to an individual like Monica Roberts, though, she fought so hard for us. She really fought so hard for us to have our rights in the States, and some of her work, I'm sure, has helped many people worldwide as well. And she had literally devoted her life to that. That is such a sacrifice. And it's not going to be the same without her. There, of course, are other leaders who exist, and we are inspired by what she's done. I really do think that this is a super pivotal year to look at the efforts of the Black Lives Matter movement and the lives and efforts of transgender Black femmes and transmass people, because it's not only Black femmes that are killed, it is also transmasculine people. I want us to know that even though this is a sad time, our lives still matter when we're alive as well. My name is Aamori Olujimi, and I am a Black transgender woman here in Texas. And I want people to know that we matter when we're alive as well. We shouldn't only have to acknowledge the lives and accomplishments of many of the individuals that you'll hear about today only in passing. Even if they're not an activist at the level of Monica Roberts' life, their life still matters, in the present as well. And that includes the girls who were just having a regular life. So, say her name, Monica Roberts. I am blessed to have met her, and also to have followed her online for years. She, among many other women, motivated me to come out of being in stealth and just live as myself. Stop worrying about if somebody knows that I'm a trans woman or not. And Black lives do matter while we're alive as well. Thank you.
Thank you to our readers and Aamori. As we light a candle to those who have passed, we ask for a moment of silence. Now, for a song performed by Axel Smith, a leader from our transgender youth community.
Woke up from dreaming and put on his shoes. Started making his way past 2 in the morning. Hasn't been sober for days. Leaning now into the breeze, remembering Sunday is all he could do. They had breakfast together, but 2 eggs don't last like the feeling of what he needs. Now this place seems familiar to him. Pulled on his hand with the devilish grin. She let him upstairs, she let him upstairs, left him dying to get in. Forgive me, I'm trying to find my calling, I'm calling at night. I don't mean to be a bother. Have you seen this girl? She's been running around in my dreams, and it's driving me crazy, it seems. Gonna ask her to marry me. The neighbors said she moved away. Funny how it rained all day. Didn't think much of it then, but it's starting to all make sense. Oh, I can see now that all of these clouds are following me to in my desperate endeavor to find my whoever, wherever they may be. I'm not coming back. I've done something so terrible, I'm terrified to speak, but you'd expect that from me. I'm mixed up, I'll be blunt now. The rain is just washing you out of my hair and out of my mind. Keeping an eye on the world with so many thousands of feet off the ground. I'm over you now, I'm at home in the clouds, towering over your head. Guess I'll go home now. Guess I'll go home now. I guess I'll go home now. I guess I'll go home.
Thank you, Axel, for your courage and the hope you represent for us. As we think of the world we wish to leave for our transgender and gender diverse youths, we light a candle for our hopes for the future and take a moment of silence. Now, Barbie Huertado, community activist.
Hello, everyone. My name is Barbie. I'm a trans non-binary queer person, and my pronouns are they, them, ella. On this Transgender Day of Remembrance, we memorialize and honor transgender people that have been murdered as a result of transphobia. We draw attention to the continued violence endured by transgender people. It is important to center the conversation on Black trans women who face violence at disproportionate rates. Black trans women and Black gender nonconforming people face some of the highest level of discrimination of all transgender people. It is also important to know and recognize that we are all complicit in one way or another of the violence that ends in the murder of trans people, especially trans people of color. Anti-Blackness, racism, gender, and class are all connected to transphobic violence. The narrative around transgender violence often focuses on celebrating and remembering trans people who have been murdered. And don't get me wrong, it is absolutely necessary to remember, honor, and fight for justice for our trans siblings who have died due to violence. But it is equally as important to be celebrated while we are still alive. On Transgender Day of Remembrance, we don't need your tears. Don't cry for us when we have passed and be a spectator to our pain and the violence against us if you ignored us while we were living. Celebrate us and be an ally and accomplice to us here, now, when we're alive. Transgender people should be treated with the same dignity and respect as anyone else. We want to be able to live, be respected and thrive, and live our truth as our full, authentic selves. We face serious discrimination and mistreatment in all aspects of our lives, at work, at school, in our families, in our community, and in our society as a whole. We are more likely to be fired or denied for a job, face harassment and bullying, be homeless, and live in extreme poverty for the sole reason of being our full, authentic selves. We deserve to exist in the world without fear of discrimination and persecution for being who we are. We're fighting, we're resisting, and it's going to take all of us, every single one of us here, to continue fighting and advocating for our rights. It is not acceptable for our community to be complacent and stand by while we're being murdered. We are fighting for our lives and our rights to exist in this world, so don't be a bystander. Don't be complicit to the violence that we face every single day, and do your part to support laws and politics that ensure the transgender and gender nonconforming people of all races, ages, and classes are treated fairly with dignity and respect, but always, always centering Black trans women. We deserve a world in which everyone is free to be who they are and live happy, fulfilling lives. We stand in solidarity with trans Black women, Latinx trans women, and all trans and non-binary folks. We stand in solidarity and support for our trans siblings who are currently incarcerated and in immigrant detention centers. Let's continue fighting and advocating to abolish ICE and prisons and to defund the police. You may be wondering, well, I'm just a regular person. What can I do? How can I support the trans people in our community? Here's how you can start. Number one, accept and validate our identity. It's not up to you to decide what our gender is. If you don't know what pronouns to use, just ask. A simple, what are your pronouns, goes a very long way. Respect the terms we use to describe our identity. Number two, don't be a bystander. If you witness violence against a trans person, intervene. Speak up. Say something. Do something. Don't be complicit to the violence we face every day. If someone says something transphobic or makes a transphobic joke, speak up, educate, and challenge those remarks. Number three, hire us and pay us a living wage if you have the means and the capacity to do it. There are a lot of amazing, very talented and capable trans individuals out there who need jobs to survive. Need music for an event? Hire a trans musician. Need a logo for your organization? Hire a trans artist, etc. Number four, open your wallet, open your purse. Donate to organizations that work and advocate for trans rights, like the San Antonio Gender Association here in San Antonio, Transgender Education Network of Texas, the Transgender Law Center, and many, many others. Number five, pass the mic. If you have a platform, make space for us. Don't speak for us. You do not have our lived experiences. Pass the mic so that we can speak for ourselves. Follow our lead and advocate alongside us. Listen and learn from us. Number six, educate yourself. You can read books, watch films, YouTube channels, blogs. There's a lot of information out there to learn about the issues we face and how to support us. Thanks so much to the San Antonio Gender Association for putting this event together, and thank you all so much for watching.
Thank you, Barbie, for your leadership. As you continue to fight for the rights of our siblings, we light a candle for carrying the banner forward and take a moment of silence. For our sending forth, we welcome Reverend Naomi Brown, longtime friend to the community.
Thank you. So, as we go forth today, we do so as I make space. In the Jewish tradition, they say 100 blessings a day. Blessings for the rainbow, blessings for the thunder, blessings for the sun that shines. As we go forth today, we go forth with a blessing. We celebrate those who have many identities and many loves, those who have many genders and those who have none. We are in between roles at this intersection of history, between a place and between peace. I stand here to bless those who are brave enough to be their authentic selves, those who are brave enough to walk in spaces that are dangerous and dark at times, those who are brave enough to stand before us as pioneers, passionate revolutionaries living their authentic lives. As we mourn the loss of so many, Behind me, there are 37 pictures. As we mourn the loss of so many, we also celebrate the lives of those who have stayed to fight the fight. Until the time that no Black trans woman is in danger, until the time that no gender nonconforming youth is in danger, until the time that we can walk together, I send forth this blessing. You are blessed. You are authentically made just as God made you. And there is something incredible about that. I celebrate you. I celebrate the fact that you are loved. I celebrate the fact that you are cherished and supported. As we stand and sit and light candles and celebrate these lives, let us also know that as we say their names, we say them in power. We say them so that not one single life is forgotten. Be blessed. You are blessed, and you are a blessing. Thank you.
In the desert, in the wilderness of life, I am searching for the one who searches me as I wander. Hungry, thirsty, lost, alone, I hear God's call. I hear the whisper of my Come to the table, your name is written on my hand. Come to the table, your name is hidden in my heart. Come to the table, come to the table, come to the table and live. At the table, God prepares for me a place and redeems me. I am pardoned by God's grace. God restores me with His rich and lavish love. In this call, I hear the whisper of my name. Come to the table, your name is written on my hand. Come to the table, your name is hidden in my heart. Come to the table, come to the table, come to the table and live. Come to the table, your name is written on my hand. Come to the table, your name is hidden in my heart. Come to the table, come to the table, come to the table and live. In God's call, I hear the
As our evening comes to a close, I ask more of our allies of the community with a call to action. Celebrate our lives in life. When we accomplish this, these spaces will become ones of joy instead of mourning. If you were moved by what you heard this evening, consider donating to our community partners. Save Our Sisters United and post a candle to your social media page in solidarity with our community. Tonight, we are joined by our partners from Save Our Sisters United. Welcome, Atlantis. Please tell us what is SOSU to your community.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. I am Atlantis Narcissus, pronouns she, her, and hers. I am the founder of Save Our Sisters United here in Houston, Texas. Save Our Sisters United was created to help navigate Black and brown trans people to resources and services that weren't really being presented in our communities. It has been an honor within the past 4 years to be able to navigate people to name changes, gender markers, medical care, as well as wellness. As Barbie spoke about the many barriers that are in front of us, there are way more things personally that we don't get a chance to see. So when you ask me about Save Our Sisters and you ask me what it is to me, it is community taking care of community. Come in unity. Trans people have laid their bodies in front of many fights for many people, many causes, and different causes. And yet it is known the trans people that need your bodies, your face, your voice, your privilege, your spirit, your sacrifice to stand in front for us. During the recent pandemic of COVID, I am proud to say that in the beginning, we were able to give out $12.5K to trans people of color. This is the first ever here in Houston, and our fight is far from over. Many of these people suffered from job insecurity, housing insecurity, food insecurity prior to the pandemic, and this pandemic has only made those fast and more massive on those individuals. But I wanted to take a moment and realize that this is to TDOR, Trans Day of Remembrance. For a lot of us, it's re-traumatizing. For me as a Black trans woman, it is hurting to see the loss of other Black and brown trans people and knowing that that narrative could be my narrative or any of my other Black and brown siblings. I ask you, in all your moments of silence that we have been doing today and this entire week of uplifting and empowering trans people, that we have no more moments of silence as we walk forth. Walk in the rooms, fight that transphobia, fight that bigotry, fight any hate that you hear, the discrimination, the stigma, stand up. Let trans people know that you are there for them even when they are not in the room. The best thing about being an ally is that you have the privilege to be invited into us. Many times people look at me as trans first and forgot I was human first. And anything and everything that I'm asking for is my human rights. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your moments of silence. But this fight is far from over. Let's not make this a me agenda, but a we agenda. Let's redefine community and break it apart and come in unity and this fight for our trans brothers and sisters. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We really appreciate you being here tonight. And thank you all for joining us during this difficult time to commemorate transgender and gender diverse lives. We are brought together by the love and hope of diversity and the beauty that it teaches us. Stay well, stay healthy, and good night. We're going to finish this evening by playing a commemorative slideshow of the lives lost internationally. Stay safe.